Welcome, Cider Explorers. As we claw our way out of winter and into spring, got three really cool and fun ciders to try here. Been hard at work with a bunch of different new projects. Let's start off by talking about Brave Noise. Now, Brave Noise is an industry-wide initiative that focuses on giving voices to minorities within the industry. And we decided that, that's obviously something that we care quite a bit about. And we decided to really let the women in our business take the lead on this cider. So I was not involved, other than maybe drinking it. But we actually had all of our female employees vote on different flavor combinations, and then Caitlin, one of our cider makers, was in charge of doing the test trials and blending and making this product. So what they came up with was a hop lemon sherbet cider. It is absolutely delicious. And with this, we're partnering with Beer Culture, who is a nonprofit that focuses on giving a voice to minorities within the industry, as well as providing jobs and workforce training, as well as bringing more people outside of the general white population into craft beer, because who doesn't love enjoying fun, tasty beverages? I know I do, and I think anything that gets people drinking more fun stuff is a fantastic thing. So let's start with this guy. So in this product, it was made with Citra hops, which is one of our favorites. Also a hop that we used quite extensively in our old Lost Tropic. As you can see, we have a new formulation here, as well as lemon juice, lemon zest, as well as wildflower honey. Really fun way of kind of looking at the hop product in a new way. Let's give it a sniff. So right off the nose, you're getting that lemon coming forward, really zingy, and then the undertones and undercurrents of like the hops, the Citra coming forward. And Citra is such a great hop for pairing with lemon and other citrus fruits because it has innate citrus characteristics as well as other tropical characteristics. Let's give it a taste. They did a great job. It's super zingy. You get the back sweetness of the honey, which really balances out the hop bitterness. Hops, when it's super dry, can sometimes be hard to balance. This one actually has that sherbet-esque kind of characteristic. It's almost like crunching into a nice sherbet. Great way to move from the winter into the spring. Really delicious. Next up, we are starting our spring series sake ciders. Always a real fun series for us. It's our ability to play with sake yeast as the main fermentation yeast, as well as different more Asian-inspired fruits, teas, citruses, and really, really fun. We've done this for 3 years now, and there's a reason we keep coming back to it, because it's always just a really phenomenal product, and this year's no exception. We're actually doing something a little bit different this year with our sake yeast, more traditional to traditional sake production, which is we're starting with very small volumes of the cider and the fruit, and pitching the sake yeast, and then slowly building that up over time, very similar to how sake wines are produced. Our head cider maker Brian came up with that idea, and it, I think, only added to making a better product. So this month, Strange Portal is a strawberry white grape sake cider. It uses some fun teas, a blend of Dragonwell green tea, which has like a nice slightly herbaceous note, but it is almost like has like some black tea characteristics in there as well, which is cool for a green tea, as well as matcha, which needs no explanation, and then a little bit of what was it? Hibiscus and lemon and elderflower. Sorry, we make quite a bit of products, so I always got to make sure that there's no misleading on the flavor profiles. So, pours a beautiful kind of pinkish red, what you'd expect. Working with white grape, I've really wanted to try out some of these more mainstream non-wine grape varietals for some time, and I thought for a strawberry kind of sake pairing, that could be a really cool thing. There's some nostalgia in it, but there's really nice pieces to something that isn't like that deep and dense wine grape flavor. instead of it focusing on the more fruity aspects. And I think this cider in particular does that really well. And as you smell it, you're getting that Niagara white grape right on the front. Reminds you of childhood. But then strawberry comes through. You get a little bit of that tea, earthy herbaceousness coming through. Really, really cool. And you can kind of see the influence of the sake yeast in the nose itself. It's super crisp, super clean. Yeah, I really love this cider. I've been drinking it quite a bit at home. And it has, just all those zingy notes of the different fruits, but then has little accents of tea. We never try to do too much with the tea, but those little accents really, I think, keep you coming back, because that brings in tannin. It brings in those kind of fun herbaceous qualities. Then the elderflower kind of plays a role, again, to give it some more botanical qualities. Overall, really, really fun cider. Have a lot of other really cool ciders coming out for the spring. And as always, Caleb is doing a fantastic job with the artwork. Last up, we were actually supposed to do this last month, but we were at CiderCon and we forgot. There was a lot of cider drinking, as you can imagine. Lost Tropic, what happened to it? So, obviously it used to be a hot mimosa cider. It was one of our year-rounds for 4 years. And, we collectively as a team have been wanting to do something different with the product. And we were kind of playing around with do we keep hops? Do we focus more on tropical fruit? What do we do to make it new and interesting and fun and delicious? And we landed on tropical mimosa cider. Now this one, we remove the hops, but we make up for it in different ways. So while it uses passion fruit, tangerine juice for the sugar source, and then orange zest for just bringing more of that mimosa characteristic. It also has 3 bittering agents that we use in it that kind of emulate some of the characters you get from hops, and kind of provides a cocktail aspect. At the end of the day, we didn't want it to taste like just drinking a fruit juice, because that's why there's fruit juice. This we wanted to be a little more special and more interesting. So we use a blend of orris root, Genetian root, and ginger. Now we use all those at very low levels, so you shouldn't be tasting ginger in this product unless you're a super taster and really, really looking for it. But it brings body into it and makes it more exciting than just drinking, a sour cider with tropical fruit, as delicious as that would be. Our goal here is to always make something a little different, a little more interesting than what everyone else is producing out there. This one was a pain in the butt, I'll tell you. It took 45 trials to get it. We also played with a bunch of other concepts along the way, but it took a long time to refine this one, and I really think it was worth the wait. So right on the nose, it's just bursting with tropical fruit. I mean, it smells heavenly, and we are really, really excited. I seriously think, between this and Farm Floor, they're my 2 favorites in our core lineup right now. Tropical comes first, but you get hints of orange underneath. I think the biggest thing we were trying to do is make sure we balance the mimosa characteristics with the tropical characteristics, and I think it's a nice balance. This is a great brunch cider. And the nose is just spectacular. Passion fruit is shining through so strongly in this. And it's just extremely lovely. Again, passion fruit's front and center, but then orange is on the finish, and you get those little bittering elements all the way through, and that kind of keeps it from just becoming a juice. It also kind of provides in a champagne, that higher tannin and kind of some of those characteristics from the champagne sitting on top of the yeast, that little bite, which I thought was so important to really balancing this product. So that's it. New Lost Tropic. It's our new core product. Eventually it'll be in printed can. Right now it's wrapped on old Lost Tropic cans because we still have a bunch in stock. We always get the question. People are always taking these labels off sometimes and being like, oh, is this supposed to be Lost Tropic? Is this a mislabel? And I always say it costs a lot of money to put labels on cans if whatever's the front label is always what it actually is. So if you've seen that, it's just our way of being able to move through the high volumes of cans that are necessary in production runs. And we still have a lot of Lost Tropic cans because of pandemic, all that fun stuff. So yeah, a lot of cool, fun sake stuff coming out. Some cool collab next month, back with our old friends Finback. So stay tuned for that. and then some other cool projects in the works. Until next time, guys, cheers.